Hello students, I am Dr. Sanjam, Assistant Professor, Khalsa College of Education, GT Road, Amritsar. We are going to learn about today George Herbert's poem, Virtue. George Herbert. George Herbert was born in a noble family and he belongs to a group of poets who are called as metaphysical poets. Metaphysical means beyond physical. That is something real. That is something related to or is of spiritual nature. And Donne was the founder member of this group. Like Donne's poetry, Herbert's poetry is also witty and intense, and you will come to know about it with the help of imagery that the poet has used in this poem. About the poem, this poem, Virtue, highlights the imperishable nature. Imperishable. Perish means to end, to die. Imperishable means that cannot be destroyed. Imperishable nature of virtues. In contrast with the finest beauties of life and nature. How he has tried to tell this thing with the help of these 4 paragraphs of uniform length. The theme of the poem grows gradually through these paragraphs, and the theme is disclosed in this paragraph, the last paragraph. The theme, virtue, has a dual meaning. It means high moral qualities as well as the virtuous soul of a noble man. The first 3 paragraphs underlines the imperishable nature of virtues, and poet has used vivid imagery of a sweet day, a sweet rose, and sweet spring season to express his idea. Now we are coming to the first paragraph. Sweet day, so cool, so calm, so bright. The poet mentions that the day is very sweet, very bright. The bridal of the earth and sky. Bridal here means union. The day is beautiful and blessed because of the union of the earth and sky. How a day is formed? By the union of earth and sky. That is what makes it beautiful. But he said, he says, for thou must die. Thou means you. But beautiful day will also come to an end and will be swallowed by the dark night. He expresses his feeling and intensifies his feeling by adding this line here, the dew shall weep thy fall tonight. Dew means dewdrops. He is sad and says that even dewdrops will fall silently throughout the night to mourn this sad end of the day. Now, in the second paragraph, the poet says, sweet rose whose hue, angry and brave. Hue here is color, angry here is bright, and brave here is magnificent. Sweet rose. Rose is very beautiful. Rose looks sweet. How it looks sweet? Because of its bright color and its magnificence. Bids. Bids here means urge. The rash here means daring. Gazer. Gazer means onlooker. The one who is staring at the thing. White means clear. His eyes. He says that the rose is so beautiful that no one can dare to stare at it. But if there is any onlooker, any gazer who dares to gaze it for a longer time, then what will happen? The beauty and magnificence of this flower will make his eyes filled with water or tears, and he will have to wipe his eyes after a short time. Such a beautiful the rose is. Thy root is ever in its grave, and thou must die. You must die. He says that rose is too beautiful, it's okay, it's very sweet, but it will also die, it will also perish. Thy root is ever in its grave. Here the irony has been used. He says that rose flower has its grave in the same earth from where it springs, from where its root is present, or is where its root is present. At that very place its grave is lying. That means rose is also not going to live for longer. It will fade away with time soon, and its grave is lying just at the or on the earth from where it springs. Now in the third paragraph, the poet draws our attention towards sweet spring, or we can say bountiful spring season. He says, sweet spring, full of sweet days and roses. You have seen spring season, how is it? There is flowering all around, there is fragrance all around, and these are indeed sweet days, full of roses. A box where sweets compacted lie. He is comparing spring season to a box. This wonderful spring season has been compared to a box. A box in which sweets, beautiful things, compacted. Compacted means packed in, put together. Compacted lie, are placed. Beautiful things are placed, compacted together in this box. That means the poet is comparing this whole spring season, beautiful spring season, to the box, having beautiful things compacted in it. My music shows, yea, have your closes, and all must die. He says that this beauty of the spring season is also not going to live forever. It's not going to last. It will also die. And he says, my music shows, yea, ye means you, have your closes. He says that this beautiful music shows, this spring season, the beauty of this spring season is just like beautiful music all around. Like, have you heard about, came across ever any sweet music? Yes. Like that, there is all around beauty scattered, and it is just like a musical show, as sweet as a musical show. My music shows, yea, have your closes. He says this beautiful environment, this beautiful spring season will also come to an end. Closes, here is an end. Your closes, you will come to an end, and all must die, and everything will perish. Now we have seen that in these three stanzas, poet has highlighted the imperishable nature of virtues in contrast to the beauty of this world. May it be a glorious day, a beautiful rose, or a bountiful spring season. All perish, but only one thing stays there, virtue. Now this theme, that only virtue stays forever, he has unfolded this theme here in this last paragraph. Let's see. Only a sweet and virtuous soul. He says, this world is filled with change and death all around. But the only permanent thing in this world is the virtue of a noble man. Like seasoned timber never gives. Never gives means never dies, never lasts. Like seasoned timber. Seasoned timber is a wood that has turned into such a wood that cannot be destroyed by anything, that stays there. It is durable. The fire cannot burn it easily. So he compares virtues of a noble man to the seasoned timber. Like seasoned timber, that wood that has grown stronger with time and is not easy to burn, never gives, never dies. But thou, the whole world turn to coal. How the world will turn to coal? Here, a belief of Christianity, that is, on the day of judgment. The day of judgment, on the day of judgment, there will be a rage of fire all around. And the evil and sin will burn in it. This is the belief in Christianity. And that fire, we call it as punitive fire. Punitive means that purifies the sinner. That punitive fire will burn evil and sin and turn everything in this world that is evil or sin into coal. But through the whole world, it is thou, but thou, the whole world turn to coal. No matter how the whole world will turn to coal, then chiefly lives. Chiefly means alone. Alone virtue lives and stays like a seasoned timber. So this final paragraph, the fourth paragraph, in this paragraph, poet affirms and celebrates the permanence and immortality of the virtues in contrast to all the worldly beauties. So I hope you would have understood this poem, and I wish you all the best. Stay virtuous. Thank you.